Christmas. Here, I'll lower my hand, thanks. You know, I have this new Epson printer, and the Epson printer is about, at most 4 feet, but probably about 3 feet from our router. And it's about 6 feet from where I'm sitting right now. And too often it won't print because the signal is too weak. Is that a signal from the router is too weak? The wireless? Because it's doing e-printing. Is it Comcast or is it my router?
I would think it would be Comcast because Maris Grove is notorious for bad internet. But
Yeah, well, I know that. So, but one person, yeah.
Which speed is your internet connection on?
Oh, well, at one point it's
2G or 5G?
3 megabytes per second, Steve. Let's not when.
No. I mean, you have a choice of 2G or 5G on your router usually. If you set it up
both
for
of them are blinking. They're both blinking. It's a new computer and a new printer. There's no reason why. And I have printed many times, but 3 or 4 times I'll turn it on and I'll come to print out some more Christmas letters and nothing happens. And then I go over to the printer and it says low signal, weak signal.
I understand, but my question is, which of the two are you using? Because 5G is squirrely about distance.
Yeah.
And 2G would be a little more reliable, even if it's a little slower.
How do I find that out? I have no clue. They're both blinking, so they're both
did
on.
you see that on the website of the Comcast website? Do you think?
No, she wouldn't be looking there. She'd be looking at her own internet settings.
Oh.
Which Wi-Fi network you're connected to?
Yeah,
It's connected to my Amond network, which is the only network I have. I mean, the only thing I can't do anything if I put it on Xfinity Wi-Fi.
So the question is that a 2G or a 5G?
So network preferences, hold on a minute here. No, you know, I'm guessing it would not be the 5. I mean, we've been here for 6 years and I don't think 5G existed then, although it, whatever. I mean, Comcast says if I want to pay $20 more a month, I can get up to 50 megabytes per second. Or one Comcast person said I could go out and buy a new router instead of renting theirs. And
oh, your router may only have 2G then.
yeah, it's hold on. Let me walk over across the room here, which is 6 feet if I can get up. Sorry.
And I know my Verizon app tells me what the stuff is, but
It's got 2.4 and 5, and the 2.4 is blinking up really rapidly and the 5 is blinking very slowly. If that makes a difference.
Okay, so it does have 5.
Yeah. Here. If I can put this in front of the 2 that are blinking, the bottom one is a 5 and the one that one there is blinking fast, but it has both.
This is, the person that knows nothing talking. Is there any advantage to turning off the router and turning it back on again?
that's always my first thing I do if it's not working.
Yeah, well,
That's the only thing I do.
can't do that right now.
Well,
or I
it's
disconnect
but
you
it's
guys.
obviously working because Connie's here.
Yeah, right. Which is why the 2.4 is probably blinking furiously. I can wait. I'm wondering if it's because too many people at Maris Grove are using their internet right now.
That's what I tend to find from Maris Grove people, but
Because when I did this like about 5 days ago and I just gave up and the next morning I turned it on and it was all fine and it had a very strong signal.
Hmm.
So
it's hard to
just
say.
curious. And before we go out and buy a new router, I didn't know whether that would help help solve the problem or not.
How old is your router, Connie?
Well, we've had it for, oh, well, this one actually is a new one. They sent us a new quote, a new one, but it's identical to the old one.
Of course.
Less than a year ago.
Okay.
And I didn't ask for it. I just got an email saying we found a problem with your router. We're sending you a new one.
Mm.
Well, maybe
Which
they
is
just
probably-
haven't found the problem with your new router yet.
Right.
Well, they probably just gave you your old router. It's still. They send you the exact same model, so it's not an upgrade. It's just.
No, it's not an upgrade, trust me. It's exact same router. It's just a literally different piece of it. Because I took the old one back after I got this one set up, which took, it says, you can do this in 10 minutes, an hour and a half later. Jeez. With Xfinity on the phone. Yeah.
Did this just start with your printer or has it been doing this for a while?
Well, the printer's only what, a month and a half
Month
old.
old.
Yeah, so.
So it's hard to
When
say.
it works like a charm.
Do you notice
when it
certain
doesn't-
times of the day it works versus
Well,
others?
I'm gonna have to start taking, gonna have to start keeping notes of, for the doctor, for the tech doctor, when it works and when it doesn't work. But if I print out a problem printout, which it prints out just fine, of course, the only thing that it says is the connection failed. Everything else is fine.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if it's the printer that's not receiving the signals.
It's possible.
I don't know. I could go to I got it at Best Buy, so I could go
Yeah,
up there.
I don't know. Because it's
Okay.
interesting. I have a router here in the basement with me and my printers are all down here. And two of them are wireless and I print from my iPhone, my iPad, a laptop up on the second floor of my house.
Yeah.
And it prints through the walls and through the ceiling and the floors
Right.
and everything
It
with no
shouldn't
problem.
be, right. It shouldn't be,
And you don't have a big house. It's not like you're going up
literally
different
all,
floors.
everything's in the same room and literally 4 feet and 6 feet. And
Right.
even if I took my computer over right next to the printer, which is where I had it when I was showing you the router, which was in between the router and the printer. That's how far away it is. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's the router.
You mean the printer?
No, the router, I'm thinking, because you've got everything there in the same room.
Right.
It has what signal you're sending from your computer has to go through the router to get to the printer.
Right.
And if it's saying it's a slow connection, what's slowing it down? It's not the
Right. And
computer.
if I click on the little printer icon on my computer, it just shows that it's looking for the printer. It's looking for the printer. It's looking
Yeah.
for the printer.
And that means that I think the router is probably preventing the printer from being found.
Oh,
Does that make sense, Stephen?
Yes.
okay.
Did you ask
But
Mike?
I need to call Xfinity and say, okay, what's going on here?
Are you allowed to use your own router?
Oh, yeah, they told me I could go out and buy one. I just need to make sure it's
they
Xfinity
have a huge
compatible and
list.
it has phone as well as internet.
Yeah, basically the boxes for the routers will tell you that on the outside now that they're compatible with Xfinity, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. Because I have my own router, I have my own modem, and I'm on Comcast.
Right.
Probably what you'd end up having to do if you got your own, you'd have to call in to their tech
And
line.
get them to connect it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
usually
well.
pretty simple if it's a compatible piece of equipment.
Right. And they told me, this gal told me, just make sure that it has phone as well as internet, because we have
Are they-
Comcast phone as well.
Are they charging you a monthly fee for that
They're
router?
charging me $14 a month rent, which I could save if I bought my own, and I would pay for the router and
Well, and you could even buy a router from Comcast and just pay the full amount because it's going to end up being more expensive to rent it
Oh, sure.
than to just go out and to Comcast and say, I want this model.
Well, is that
You
gonna
can-
be more expensive than just going to Best Buy or Amazon and buying one? That's
It depends on
compatible?
which router you get.
Well, which do you recommend? All you experts.
I haven't bought a Comcast router in so long. I'm on Verizon now, so I know Verizon stuff,
Oh,
but
yeah.
clearly Chuck knows what he knows
I was gonna
Comcast.
say, How about you, Chuck? You got any recommendations for routers? You
Well-
can email them to me.
I have a Linksys router,
Yeah,
and it's the second one I've had. I upgraded.
But you said you also have a modem.
I also have an Aris modem, but you can
Yeah.
buy the two of them. Do you have a separate modem, Connie?
well, I guess I do. I have the thing that is down there that has a light on it that tells me I'm recording something right now. Is that the modem? Or is that just Xfinity's box?
Stephen, I'm wondering if she has a combination.
Yeah, it's probably
Modem.
a combination, especially if it does phone.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably a combo on that one thing.
Yeah.
but if you go to Best Buy and tell them what you have and what you need, they'll be able to recommend
Okay.
something for you. You know,
Maybe
something
I'll
that would
just-
be compatible.
I will just take the modem, this Xfinity thing with me, because Xfinity is within a quarter of a mile of Best Buy in Wilmington.
Yeah, you could do that.
And I can turn it back in and say, whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
And like I say,
All right,
worst case
one
scenario-
more thing on our list to buy.
Yeah,
But yeah, it will save you money in the end.
I know. Well,
When you set the new one up,
mm-hmm.
I would put the printer on the 2G network just to make it more reliable.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is, but I will I don't know how, I'll have to ask you, you'll have to tell me how to do that. Or I'll ask Best Buy how to do that.
Are you friends with Mike at Maris Grove, or has he left? I know he's helped Marianne with these kind of things for her stuff.
For an Apple, or is he a PC guy?
Oh, I think he is PC.
I don't think we have
Yeah.
an Apple tech.
But he should
person.
know Comcast. He should be able to answer Comcast issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Mike. No, I'll ask,
you might want to
Yeah,
ask him
I'll-
first before you go by.
oh,
and
yeah.
Because
maybe
he knows the Maris Grove system pretty well.
Yeah.
He might be able to recommend stuff.
Right.
He may
I
be able
really
to-
enjoyed working with him when I went over to Maris Grove a few times.
And when you get right down to it, Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my, the joys. In between this, I'm trying to help Valerie Hoffman, who sings in our choir at church, teach her how to use her Samsung cell phone. And of course, I have an iPhone, so that's been an interesting challenge for me yesterday.
I said,
Because
"That'll
she's
be
going to
easy
be
for you."
flying to Pasadena by herself, and she doesn't know how to use her phone. She doesn't know how to get text. She doesn't know how to get her email.
Oh, she has to join Tech Time.
Yeah, sign her
Yeah,
up.
well, the funny thing is that Bob Morris called me while I was at her apartment yesterday. And he said, Glenn and I both have Samsung, so tell her to bring it on Sunday to church and we'll teach her how to do it. But she has to write every single thing down because she said she won't remember. She had to write down that to get to American Airlines website, she had to go to aa.com.
Sounds
So
like my wife.
She's now, Chuck. Yeah,
Why doesn't
and
she
then-
join us?
Keep
Then
this
a woman
notebook.
then a woman called me, wanting to know how to set up her email on a cellular one phone.
At least it's that small,
Back
Chuck.
and She got help from
These are
somebody
her
else.
notes.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's a small binder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's printed page by page of stuff.
Good. Wow.
I made it for her.
You're a good husband.
Oh, well. Well, thank you for all your helpful hints. I will try and get in touch with Mike. See what he says.
She's gonna have to figure out what to do when I croak, so you know, she needs to know.
Does she have the information to get on here?
Yeah. I keep trying to get her to check in, but you know, she's so busy.
Mhm. It's hard. It's really hard.
Oh, well.
Well,
Yeah,
Well,
right.
good luck with that adventure, Connie,
Yeah.
in the midst of
posted,
Christmas.
In the midst of trying to get the youth choir here tonight and get that all set up and pick up our niece from the airport at 4:10 if she gets in from Denver on time, et cetera. And yeah, that's Mindy. Yeah. In the back.
Maybe if you're lucky, it's since it's Christmas time, your new modem router will be on sale.
That's
Yeah.
true. After Christmas, will our new iPad and computer be on sale too after Christmas?
Hard to tell.
We need
I'll
a
never
tech-
forget the time that I had to go to, oh, what's it called? Springboard in Exton on Christmas Eve. That was the worst Christmas ever.
Springboard's no longer there, I think.
I know. I'm sad they're gone.
Did they move or did they just close?
They just closed the Exton location. There's one in Philadelphia still.
Oh, well, I'm not going to Philadelphia.
Right.
Somebody came to my office and said the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's now Bed Bath and Beyond. Or
Oh,
Bath
is
and
that what
Body
it is
Works, one or
now?
The other. Yeah, it's crazy. I'll go to the Apple store at Christiana before I drive to Philadelphia.
Oh,
Mhm,
yeah. Well, that's where we usually go, except they never have the computers we want.
mhm.
at
I end
the
up going to
moment.
Lancaster a lot of times because it's when I'm going to visit family.
Yeah.
Actually, we if we order an Apple on the web, Bill gets 10% as a veteran
Oh.
discount, which covers the sales tax, which we have to pay having it mailed to Pennsylvania instead of going
Yeah.
to Christiana.
That's why I go to Christiana, because, you know,
Right.
tax-free Delaware.
Right.
Anyway, any other questions or things to discuss?
Yeah, we need Dan here for questions.
Yeah,
Dan, speaking of Dan is not doing well health-wise,
Oh, no.
so he asks for our prayers.
of course. Have you talked to him this week?
I talked to him last night.
Was he part of Gathering of Men?
He could not be because of the
Aw.
health problems,
Oh,
and said that it was very likely he wouldn't be here for the rest of the year.
oh.
Well,
Today is the rest of the
today
year.
is the rest of the year.
Today is the rest of the year. so-
He said he's probably gonna be incapacitated
Bummer.
Hmm.
the rest of the year.
Wow.
Guess we'll have to send him cards.
Yeah. Tell him we miss him. It's boring without him. No.
Gee, thanks, Chuck.
I won't take that as a.
It's just not the same though. You know that.
I have another question. We used to get box cast on TV to see the live stream, I mean, the church services way back when. But I can't remember how to get to box cast on TV.
It was on your Apple TV.
Oh.
I actually just saw it there today.
I gave her my Apple TV. This is why this joke. Okay. Oh, well.
You just have a smart TV, right?
Yeah, apparently it's not smart enough. Yeah, so you have a smart TV. We can watch it on YouTube, but I just was curious why I couldn't find Boxcast. Now I know.
I know.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
Well, what's
the icon that says Apple TV on my phone isn't the same. I have to pay for that, subscribe for that, right? To make that work.
Well, both were subscription based.
Okay.
You had to pay for it on Apple TV too.
No, my son has been paying for it. So if you haven't, you're not paying for it. He's paying for you now.
I should try it.
I want home.
But yeah,
She can afford it.
if you get your son's password and stuff, you can view it then. But
Oh, I have his password for Netflix.
then you could log into the Apple TV on your TV or phone,
Oh, okay. But there's no.
like you
there's-
do for
is there an
Netflix.
Is there an Apple TV on my phone now? I mean, my TV now?
There should be an app or an
There
app you
should be
could
an app.
add,
Oh, okay. So I can.
like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime
Yeah.
and HBO.
Presumably he has the same, well, I can try to see if he has the same password. Yeah.
An app you could add. I think when I asked about Disney Plus, you said the same thing.
Yes, but not
Well-
all the TVs have rolled out the new platforms yet. I know some brands like Samsung and LG and all of the different video, they all roll out the apps at different times. So some of them roll them out faster than others.
And are some TVs so old they can't
Mhm.
use them?
Yeah, there was a year, it was I think the Black Friday of the 2019, they made an announcement that older models would no longer be compatible with Netflix, so you had to upgrade to get the content still, and that's when I upgraded, and that's when we got when we got the TV monitor in the production room, because that was my old TV.
Oh,
I got a
So
Black
Netflix-
Friday sale TV, and that went in there.
Netflix made people buy new TVs.
It made me buy a new TV because
Well,
my
that's what I'm
TV was
saying.
too old,
Yeah.
because it was
Well,
from like 2015. I mean, like I'd say 2017 and newer.
I think it's to 2017 and newer, okay, and ours is of course 2016 when we moved here.
Yeah.
So you're saying Netflix isn't going to work on my TV anymore?
You won't get updates.
Oh,
So you'll still probably get this content, but updates won't happen. So it's like, computers, they'll still work.
Sort
You're
of.
just, yeah.
Sort of.
It's just a ticking time bomb, probably.
People can't get, I mean,
Look for sales.
get Yahoo Mail on our old Apple iMac. You can write in Yahoo and it'll say Yahoo Mail, and that's fine. You can get your mail, but then when you go to close it, it says, "Oh, Yahoo is still thinking and working it." So you can't. It's ridiculous. But
Yeah. Bob, how'd your painting scrapbook thing go?
Well, I can't, I don't, now I think all of the paintings actually took pictures out of the frame and they're all together.
Nice.
So we haven't made any decision of what we want to do with them, whether to make some kind of a booklet of them, or so I guess it's nothing for the holidays.
mhm,
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
progress.
So you haven't started handing them out to folks yet?
No. Thank you. We haven't even decided how to do it. So.
A big process.
Yeah.
have you done the photography yet?
Yes, the photography is pretty well. They're done for here, but then the kids told me we have pictures at our house, and Carol and Ashley, and I don't think those pictures that were already given out to the girls. They're not in this collection of her paintings that were here in the closet.
Mhm. Makes sense.
So, and yeah, I think they're busy with their own family Christmas right now. So I haven't even brought the subject up.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a note. I have a Hewlett HP.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a message, you don't have enough free space in your OneDrive.
Mm.
And what is OneDrive? Is that where? And I think what has thrown it, the funeral service was there, and should I take that off, or is that what's throwing it over? You know, the space, using up all the space.
OneDrive is storage up in the cloud.
Oh.
It's not on your computer, say. So depending, we could look at your computer settings if you want to look at them and see how much storage you have. My guess is OneDrive wants you to upgrade to get to more storage. So they only give you a little free space at the beginning. So they want you to subscribe to a monthly program where you're paying them money for more storage.
So much is free, but then beyond that is
right,
pay.
Right. And you probably could store things on your computer instead of up in the cloud. But that would mean that you'd have to have your computer to view it. You couldn't go somewhere without the computer, or if the computer broke, it would disappear. So there are pros and cons to both, but the video files are definitely going to eat up the most storage. So I would say you might want to put Louisa's service on the computer hard drive, because I have that on YouTube, so you could watch it on YouTube wherever you are in the world. So, but you have the hard copy on a computer for you if you need it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well.
Do you want to look at it?
No, I don't think.
maybe another time.
You could put that file on an external drive or a flash drive to get it someplace extra, and then at some point take it off of his computer or OneDrive and free up space.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know about external hard drives, Bob? I think you might have one.
Yeah, I have. Let me see. This is
a flash drive.
Yeah, you can put it on there.
Yeah. I think what was really, I looked at it then, what was really taking up space was the funeral service back from May. And I think Linda, our daughter, has it on hers. So I don't think I needed it. And
yeah,
there are never any times that I got to go back and see that again. So.
Yeah, I know Linda and Carol both have downloaded copies of that file to their computers.
Okay. Yeah.
So they both should have it. But if they lose it, I can always get them another copy.
Oh, okay.
So as long as I'm around.
Stay around, please.
We're not kicking you out yet.
Yeah, or as long as I have the login information to Westminster's accounts.
Yeah. Stay with us.
So yeah, you could probably get rid of that if you wanted to free up that avoid that warning.
Thank you.
Yep. But
Hmm.
like everything, computers are trying to make more money from you.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Hmm.
Yep.
So Lynn, you just said something and raises a question for me. Can you, like, the Christmas concert, which is
Mhm.
gonna be on until Christmas,
Right.
can you send a link to download it after Christmas so we can have it?
I'm giving Bob a copy. With copyright for music, we're
Yeah.
not supposed to do that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's
Even
one of
though-
those like, and Ken McCord would do it himself because he had the software to do it.
Hmm,
But technically, as the employee of the church,
right.
if somebody found out I gave it to
Yeah, I'm
you,
really- well,
I
just-
would get sued.
Right, right.
So I don't want to avoid that. And I know Westminster got sued over an image that
I
was
know,
printed in the
that's crazy.
bulletin a couple years ago. So I am like overly protective when it comes to copyright, because I know that Westminster had to pay thousands of dollars for a bulletin image.
But
Uh,
doesn't Westminster pay copyright rights for
We
all our
do.
music anyway?
We do for the live.
I see.
Technically, we shouldn't even have it on the website for a week after or till Christmas.
Hmm,
Technically, we are breaking our copyright rules. We only have the copyright for the live broadcast.
wow.
And music copyrights are so intense. Okay, so we have copyright, we have to pay copyright to make copies for every member of the choir. That's one copyright.
Right.
There's a second copyright to print the lyrics in the bulletin. There's a third copyright to project those on the screens
Right.
on the live stream. There's a fourth copyright to live stream it live. And then if you're lucky, you can spend even more money and do a recording forever. But it's a lot of money.
Right.
And we only have so many music coverage. We pay a company that has like a large Christian database of songs, but
Right,
not all the songs are covered under that.
right,
And we
right,
have to
right.
go out and make sure that they're covered. And if they're not covered under that subscription we have to go out and ask the publisher for permission. So it's not fun.
No.
At all, but
Yeah.
I have access to them. But technically, like,
Right.
I,
Yeah, I just wanted to, yeah. But it was
Um,
something, I mean, and what brought it up was Bob saying that his kids had downloaded the service. But that was different because that was not music copyright problems.
mhm. Yeah, because like recordings of this and things like there's nothing
Right.
copyright infringement here, right? We're all just speaking our voices and opinions.
I'm not
Um,
singing.
This can live, forever online without being sued.
Okay, good.
But music is a beast. I don't understand it. I really wish we had a copyright lawyer at the church that could just take it over from me, because
That would be
Well,
great.
and
yeah.
nowadays with Bob and music for the choirs, places like J.W. Pepper, where he buys a bunch of his music, they don't print music anymore. They send him a link that he can download the music, and then he gets to print it out here on the church's paper and toner cartridge.
Right.
Plus, he has to pay J.W. Pepper for the 100 copies that he wants to print.
Which is,
Pepper is not
Pepper
making,
making more
Pepper's
money.
making a bunch of money on this and putting out nothing but a link,
right.
to download the file. It's craziness.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
But that's the
Um,
way it is nowadays. The publisher and a lot of the companies too that are still printing music, they won't print it until you place a firm order. Then they'll print the copies of the music for you and mail it to you. But, you know, a lot of places are doing what Pepper is doing and downloading the music to you and then making you pay a fee to make copies of it.
mhm,
Once again, it's copyright, Lynn. They're making sure that, you know, you can't copyright.
mhm.
You can't break the copyright laws.
Mm.
Although if
Um,
you print out 150 copies of a piece of music that you've paid 100 for, they're not going to know probably.
Probably, but if they found out,
Right. That's the
we
issue.
play that game all the time,
Yep.
and it's risky.
It is.
And since we're a larger church, people pay more attention to us than, you know, a person that has a church that has 10 members.
And the opposite of the IRS, who pays more attention to the low income people and not the high ones.
Right, right. Well, and yesterday's funeral service is another great example. The family didn't want live musicians for the funeral service because they thought it was just going to be the family at the service, and they didn't want to like have to stand up and do stuff. So they wanted to show recordings for the people on the live stream. And they're like, can we use YouTube videos? And I'm like, no, because we're streaming it. If it was just you in the sanctuary, we probably could do it and get away with it. But we need, if we want music, it has to be stuff we have already recorded.
Mm,
It's chaos.
mm, mm.
Things that Bob didn't have to worry about back when he was a pastor.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, right.
Yes, yes.
After Sunday happened, nobody knew what happened. It was all live.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
yeah. So yeah.
Well,
That's
learn.
And I'll say all the more reason, Lynn, don't go anywhere. Um, I'm just so glad that, you know, everyone here has helped me so much. My iPad is working, my phone is working, my printer is working. I needed help with my printer because I switched from Comcast. Anyway, I needed to have a new address for that. And, you know, I almost felt a little tiny bit confident occasionally.
Well done.
great. So you have no questions or issues to discuss today, Sue?
Oh, well, I don't, I'm sure there are questions, but I haven't, I kind of don't know what they are yet.
Well, you have till January to figure it out.
Right.
Yes, yes.
And write them down, because I think of questions 15 minutes after we get off.
Yeah.
And then by a week later, I've forgotten what the question was.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, we've got a couple weeks. So, and I'm sure if you get new toys for Christmas, it will bring up all kinds of questions.
One thing that came to mind for me is small and maybe larger ways to save money and get off of monthly fees.
Mhm.
So I'll try to figure out what I have and see what opportunities there may be for that in January. That
Mhm. Yeah. Good luck if you're trying to unsubscribe from things. They're beasts to sometimes get rid of.
Mm.
yikes.
Mhm.
Yeah. You can do
Yeah.
it though.
Well, and sometimes when something's eliminated, I don't know what else that affects that I
Mhm.
need to relearn so that I can use what's left.
Mhm.
So that's kind of my, corundum or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be fine.
Huh?
You'll figure it out. And if not, we're here.
Right.
Right.
Somebody will figure it out for you.
Yeah.
I'm having a terrible time getting connected to my iPhone when I want for travel. I have Waze. I don't know if that's appropriate for our discussion. But
Yeah.
I tried to go to the Owen J. Roberts yesterday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Pottstown.
Mhm.
And so I wanted directions and I couldn't get this connected to get Maze connected.
Waze.
Wait, Waze, the Waze, yes.
Waze app, yeah.
I know Karen or no, not Karen Finley. Betsy Ballantyne had this problem this week too.
Oh,
So you were not alone in that.
okay.
But I think her problem was she was in a bad area of service.
That's what I'm
Um,
guessing. I used Waze for my entire trip to Alabama and back and had absolutely no trouble with it whatsoever.
Wonderful.
I mean, it's a good program as long as,
Yeah.
you're
Is
in an
it-
area where it's not dead space.
What error do you get, Bob, when you hit the start button or something? Or can you not even get the address into the program?
Well, I was in my car right at the front of our retirement community. And it says, I forget exactly what. I'm doing it here at the desk while I'm talking to you. And it looks like it would be ready to go. It was when I got downstairs and in the car and tried to get connected, and it says try later, try later.
Hmm.
So, oh well, I'm not
Bob-
traveling that much.
Well,
do you
I
have an
know.
iPhone?
Beg pardon?
Do you have an iPhone?
Yes, the iPhone. Well,
Okay.
that's yeah.
You know how
Yeah.
to close the software?
Do I know
You know how
what?
to close Waze?
No, I don't.
Here, Bob, let me show you what he's saying.
All right.
Maybe, there we go. Okay, so if you open Waze,
Mm-hmm.
We're not seeing you, Lynn.
oh, weird.
I'm not seeing.
It says you're screen sharing, but
Sharing, that's it.
we're
Yeah.
not seeing anything but that message.
Now, do you see it?
No.
No,
That's weird. It says that it's showing, oh, that's MacBook Pro. Never mind. Why isn't it showing the Zoom room?
Close and come back in. There you go.
You're
Just what I
troubleshooting
was
me
going to tell
now.
Bob to do. Same thing.
There it is. Unable to connect.
not yet. Yeah.
Did you get the new Zoom update yet?
Maybe that's the problem.
Hmm.
Restart your device.
Zoom asked
Yeah, I
me
bet.
last week after our meeting if I wanted to upgrade.
Yeah, I know I avoided the update yesterday when I did it, and I bet I forgot to hit the install afterwards. So it's
Oh.
probably my fault.
Lynn, I have a question for Bob. Because
Yeah, go for it.
Well, when I'm using my phone, if I have the internet on, if I'm happen to be in my house and I
Mhm.
go outside, I don't pick up my cell coverage on there until I close the internet. Because Comcast doesn't work outside, only works inside.
Huh.
So I can't get an update on my Fitbit or anything on my steps unless I close out of the internet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Bob, if you, you have a home button still on your phone, yes?
A what now?
You have a circle at the bottom of your phone that you can press?
What? I'm trying to,
The little
Yeah.
round one in the middle of the bottom.
yes,
Yeah.
I just pressed it.
If you double press it,
All right, I'll do that now. Yeah.
Dude.
And they're, and get rid of those. things?
yes. That's how you close apps on that phone.
Oh, okay, okay.
So one thing you could try to do is if Waze is not behaving, double click that and close Waze.
Oh, okay.
That might kick it into gear. But I have noticed that Wellington is kind of in a dead spot. I sometimes, when I leave my apartment,
Mm-hmm.
it says can't find network or route, but if I start
Uh-huh.
driving, and if I start driving far enough, it picks it up.
And you start hearing the voice.
Yeah, and it goes reconnecting and it will find you.
Interesting. You live near me here.
Yeah, so sometimes you could probably start it or like start driving on the route if you know you need to go up 202 or go, if you know the start of the route, as you drive, you might be able to hit the start button again and it kicks into gear.
Okay.
Or if you can connect in your apartment
Mm-hmm.
and then start it before you go in the car, and it will pick it up once it's back in the zone.
Once in a while, I've had to close Waze and then I just go right back in and it seems to work. I don't even have to drive away like Lynn's suggesting, but either way, might work for you. Like I say, I've had very good luck with it. And
Yeah, you're a good testimony.
I love Waze.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
it
So how
got
do
us
you
all
know-
through the trip.
I don't use Waze because I don't know how on it's an iPhone 10X, 10R, whatever, to 10X. I don't know how to close it and it drives me nuts. So I just use Google Maps because I don't have a button at the bottom of my thing to double click on.
Do you know how to, so you've never closed your apps, Connie, on your phone?
The ones that say close, I do, and I know how to close things on the internet. There's a little double.
So instead of pressing the home button like Bob's doing,
Yeah.
you're going to swipe if you look at the top corner of your phone,
Yeah,
the
from right to left or left to right.
top right corner.
Yeah, I've done that, but then.
Oh, wait, Lynn's wrong.
I was gonna say that. I don't think that's the right
Lynn's
one.
wrong. So you just need to swipe up and hold. So if you swipe up and hold.
How, hold, oh, wait a minute.
So if you open a few,
Oh, I see. That I
Thanks.
got it. Yeah,
like where that white line is,
right,
you
right.
hold the white line and press up and swipe up.
Yeah, well, I'm getting rid of a lot of something. I don't know what I'm getting rid of, but there are a lot of things going away here.
Yeah, but it's good to clean that out every day or two.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, it's getting clean today.
I remember Don Lincoln did a sermon on this because we made fun of him when he didn't know how he could do that. And he
Some
had
things
never,
don't open because they don't have space because you have too many apps open.
yeah,
That could be part of the problem too.
yep.
Well, I
Yeah.
probably had about 100 of them open. I mean,
We gave Don a lot of grief, especially the millennials on the stuff.
I'm sure you do. That's no fair.
It's pretty, but because he's pretty techie most of the time.
It's gonna take me 25 minutes just to do this. My finger's gonna be tight.
It's every app you've ever opened, Connie.
And every time I've ever opened every app.
Oh, man.
goodness.
No, the apps are smart enough to know that they're already open.
Well, I don't have,
There's only one copy of each one.
I don't have 500 apps on my iPhone, but I've probably swiped up. No, I've gotten to the piano twice now.
Maybe your printer will speed up now.
That has nothing, I'm not using the internet. I'm using T-Mobile.
Close that printer app and open it up again.
Oh, but I'm doing it on my phone and I don't use the printer on my phone.
Oh, you don't print from your phone?
I haven't yet.
You may as well. You can't print from your computer.
Should try printing something just to see if it
You're
works.
bad.
That probably
After you
would
close
work.
all the apps.
Stand next to the printer with your phone and see if they talk.
You have to open up, what, a photo here and pick a photo. And then,
You could take a photo of us making funny faces and
oh, right
you can print that out.
I'm just looking, I'm looking for a printer, anything. Zoom notes, books, blah, blah, Acrobat.
Are you on your
Reader.
phone? Look for the
I'm
little
on my
square
phone
with
here.
the
I'm
arrow
on my
pointing up.
phone here and there's nothing that says print on my options.
Look for the little square with the arrow pointing up.
I did, and I'm looking at all those things,
And-
favorites and suggestions, and there's nothing that says print.
Print's usually at the bottom of that.
Yeah, it's not. It's Instagram's at the bottom of that. And then Drive. and Gmail.
I have a print. It's the third from the bottom.
Yeah.
My favorite from the bottom is Skype.
My little tiny screen that I have to scroll up on that little thing that comes down.
On
With-
the slide, there's AirDrop, Message, Mail, Google Maps, Skype, Dropbox, Reminders, Facebook, Books, Pinterest.
So
more.
Connie, do you see two rows, one to text people and then one of apps?
Hold on a second, let me get back there. Yes,
And
And
then
the app-
underneath, there's a list of options.
there's copy, photo, hide, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, print. I'm not sure I want to print this one, but what the heck, I'll do it. I'll try. Printer, no printer selected. Okay, looking for printers. No air printers found.
Is your printer
Why
on?
isn't your printer
Yes,
in
the
it?
printer is turned on.
Okay.
Interesting.
Would a new printer need to learn the new address of the network or whatever? I don't know how to use the words, but
Well, I have one thing is I probably need to turn the Wi-Fi back on.
That would help.
Minor detail.
That would help. It needs to be on the same network.
Yeah, I know. Well, now let me see whether, there it showed up. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's fine. Now, one copy. Print.
It'll probably work now.
I don't hear it. Unless
don't
it's like
hear-
the printers for the name tags that take like 10 minutes to print.
It's turned on, but it's trying. Oh, hold on, it just woke up or whatever, but I don't, it's not
I
happening
love
yet.
Bill's sound effects in the background.
I'm so excited. I am so excited.
He can't finish the Christmas cards until I print out some letters. That's the thingy. Oh, dear. It's not
I know
doing
that
it. So
feeling.
it still doesn't have enough, I'm guessing it still has a weak signal. Hold on. I can't get up and walk, I get up with while holding this thingy here. A firmware update is available, blah, blah, blah. Well,
That would be
You have it.
helpful.
um,
That will help.
update the firmware from the settings menu. The print is so tiny, I don't have my glasses on. It's hard to look at that. Oh my gosh.
Better do that, Connie.
Yeah, well, good luck on figuring out how to do that.
It'll tell you how.
It will walk you through the steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to get to the, oh, see, now it's not showing that there's a problem with a low clear through. Yeah, but I don't know what these things are. Is that?
That could very well be what your problem is.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't
Well-
have enough information to print without this firmware update.
Yeah, but it doesn't, the things, I have no idea where, is it under maintenance probably?
Yep, could be. I have found frequently when I buy a new piece of equipment like a printer or something, the very first thing that the system says that you need to do is to upgrade the software.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me
Because
that.
the printer was probably made as much as 6 months to a year ago. And in the
Mhm.
meantime, they've come up with a software update that didn't get put into that system yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I have found that many times that I've had to go in and do a software update, but usually it walks you through it step by step and it's not too hard.
Well, under
Nor does it
maintenance,
take very long.
I haven't found anything that,
Is there software updates or support?
no, well, I'm going through them all here.
Is maintenance under the settings section of the printer?
Hold on. Scan settings. No, it's not. It's this whole separate little thing. General settings, maintenance, print status sheet, which I don't need to do, print counter, user settings, customer research, your firmware update. There it is.
Okay.
Okay. Tells me what my current version is. Great. Guess I should write that down, huh? Jeez.
May not be necessary.
May not be necessary, but I may
Writing
never.
down what you have, it's what you need to get is the problem.
Update. Proceed to check for a firmware update.
There you go.
Printer needs to be connected to the internet. Well, it should be.
Yeah.
Cannot connect to the internet. There is a problem with the Wi-Fi internet connection or cannot access the server.
Does it tell you what the problem is?
Says the connection failed.
But not anything more than that.
Of course not. That would be.
If
too
you
easy.
go up to the network settings, what does it say on the network settings?
Hold on.
I feel like our life has become printers in the last month. Maybe it's because we have to print all these Christmas cards.
Well,
The only time we print all year.
hold on a second.
Says the person that doesn't. do it.
Network connection settings. I've been using Wi-Fi, which is what recommended, as opposed to Wi-Fi direct.
Mhm.
And it's got a nice red box around it.
Mhm.
And it says signal is excellent and device name and the connection. See, now it signals excellent. Maybe I
Okay,
should
go
switch
back to
on-
the firmware and see if it works now.
Oh, God. Yeah, good luck on getting me there. Back to the firmware, okay.
This be
Setting,
related to the router issue.
right. Settings.
Hmm.
Nope, new firmware was found. The update's getting different now. It takes several minutes. You cannot cancel once started. Okay, well, I'm not going to cancel. I have to agree to everything. Gosh, darn it, why don't they just. Okay, it looks like it's going to do it. maybe, as long as it keeps a connection.
Keep us posted.
Uh,
Let us know.
It's preparing. Well, thanks, guys. That helps too.
Let us know if that fixes your problem.
Oh,
I'd like to hope that it will.
Me
I
too.
will.
If
Yeah,
we
I-
can avoid you having to go out and buy a new router, that'd be awesome.
yes, it would be.
Although there might be good sales after Christmas, so might be
Well,
worth
yeah,
just
well,
going and looking.
Well, it's blinking. I don't know that it's doing anything yet, but it's
It will take a moment,
on off switches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at a few minutes.
but
Well,
I'm gonna practice setting up Waze
mhm.
and not worrying as much about whether it speaks back to me now. But
Mhm.
you're saying it may speak back to me once I start out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Oh.
there is a setting in Waze where you have to turn it on to talk through the phone.
Oh,
If that's not turned on, it's going to try and talk through your Bluetooth in your car.
uh-huh, uh-huh. So, all
And
right.
that's a
I'll-
whole nother kettle of fish.
I don't talk to mine. I punch in the information that I need.
Oh,
right.
no,
never
no, I'm
tried
not
talking
saying
to
talk to it. It's talking back to you.
Oh, okay.
And it can do it either through the phone or through your Bluetooth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There's also a volume control in there too that
Yes.
may need to be turned up.
Mhm. And you can choose the different settings. Do you want them to tell you everything or just when there's alerts or not at all? So. But my car's too old to have any Bluetooth enabled stuff. It just
Yeah.
plays through my phone.
Still
I play-
preparing for firmware update.
Hey, you're going.
Baby steps. But yeah,
Is
Bob,
it
let
on-
us know about the ways. See if that
Yeah,
behaves
yeah.
itself.
Will it talk back and say, Robert, you're wrong, wrong, wrong?
Yeah.
You can
At
also
least they
change your
don't say
voice.
recalculating anymore.
Oh, my.
Bob, you could try putting in an address you want to go to that you know how to get there, like a church, and then test it out that way instead of waiting.
if it
till you
works,
don't know
huh?
Where you're going,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm all right. I'll try.
You could also play with the voices. You might want to get a celebrity voice or
An
Uh,
Australian one or
an Australian.
I have Samantha from Australia on mine.
I have a British person.
where are all these choices in the maze itself?
Yeah.
Uh,
And
Yeah,
in
I
Waze,
was.
Huh?
you have to go to, let's see, how do you get the settings?
Hmm.
There's a
I'm looking
gear
at
in
it
the
right
upper-
now and I have it available and I'm not sure why.
So,
You want to hit
um,
My Ways.
drive with Santa. Activate this experience.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I see that. There's a little, if you go to My Ways,
Yeah.
there's a little gear in the top left corner.
Uh-huh.
If you hit that, you go to voice and sound.
Mhm.
And then down near the bottom, it says play sound to phone speaker.
Hmm. Well, I'll play around with it.
Did you find the gear?
No, but that's a
Next time when my computer's working and I can show you this on
Yeah.
the screen, we can do it. But
all right. I'll give time enough.
we'll save that for the new year. But I use Thomas from the UK for my voice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, they've got millions of voices here. They're,
I'll just say I don't use any navigation apps, so I'll look forward to the new year with adding, choosing one. I don't use GPS at all or, nothing.
Mm.
So,
Why don't you use GPS at all? Do you just know where you're going, or do you still use maps?
here's where the dots have to connect. Okay. I've always known where I was going, or it was daylight and I knew where north, south, east, and west would be.
wow.
And I just realized I sold my car. So, but if I'm in a car with someone else, that would be nice to have. So I'm not driving anywhere at this point. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Okay.
But I forgot that for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
I guess
my.
my firmware has been updated.
Sweet. Try printing.
Yeah, well, hold on a minute.
It should have a print job in the queue.
It's true.
Yeah, probably. Probably a dozen or
Uh,
more.
No, I canceled them.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
here,
ye of little faith.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, I'm going to try one print. Well, it's with color, I don't want to waste all my ink. Okay, we'll see what happens. I'm just trying to print one copy at this point.
Okay.
Okay, computer. Jeez.
Mhm.
Oh, it's still printing connect. It's still looking for this printer. It's going.
Drat. That's unfortunate.
I know, but it did say the connection was excellent. So now this is weird.
Maybe you should go to tech support at Epson's website and talk to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not wanting to find. Well,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
we'll let you work on that and look
Gee,
forward
thanks.
to a
In
report.
2 weeks, I'll have a report and we won't have finished our Christmas cards. No,
Hey, write them
I-
by hand. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong
right.
with that.
That's right. That's right. Oh, well, I'll
Yep.
print them on the old printer and see what happens.
Yep. Send them to Chuck. He'll print them for you.
There you go.
Just send them
I
ink.
just found the receipt for my print cartridge that I got to take back to Walmart.
Mm,
Oh, good.
that'll be fun. Christmas
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
Usually
right.
taking stuff back there isn't a problem, but you need a receipt. So
Mhm.
get a
Thank
new
you,
cartridge.
everybody. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go now.
Yeah, we're
Yep.
all way
We'll-
over our time limit with you, Lynn.
Yes. Yes. Well,
Right.
We're
Have
having so
a-
much fun,
yeah. Have a very Merry Christmas, guys. So
Yeah, to all of you. Merry
see you
Yeah.
guys in the new year.
See you
Okay.
next Wednesday.
Oh, yes. Next Wednesday.
Oh, all right, whatever.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.